about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw is Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Goff. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Goff. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Well, that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Goff. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. First carry now for David Montgomery. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. D. Eskridge to return it. Good. Uh-oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick. And they steal it back on the return. So never mind about who's receiving.
Got the candy knocked out his ass by the kicker.
The crowd is loving it.
And the first offense you'll see take the field is the home team, which is practically sprinting out there to take advantage and keep this crowd humming.
No touch that. No touch.
On the draw, it's Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Here's 2nd and 14. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Hey, Silver. No touch.
From the pistol, Hurts. Has a man, it's Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
No touch.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Tua off the play fake. His first throw is an interception. Avonte Maddox comes up with it. And the Eagles are going to take over after the return is stopped at the 45. Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. On the return, Britton Covey. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
Special teams always play an important role in ball games, and it does right here from the jump. That's going to give the offense terrific field position for this opening drive.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Hurts now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and ducking the ball.
First down, a run with Barkley. Has a lane inside the 25. And they finally get to him at the 15. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal.
63, 63. Crowd left, Yanni.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
They'll try again from the 4. It's second and goal. They'll motion Brown right. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Right to the air. It's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. So it's second down coming up. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And he makes the half goal. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributing to this lead early on.
Yeah, I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offensive scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. massive hit. The ball is out. And they steal it back on the return.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got two things in mind, Kate. Number one, get the returner down. And number two, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motion man right is Smith. And they catch up. Huge gain and a 1st down. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. 1st and goal. They'll try an option to the left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves them a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 1 yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal from the 2.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. On 4th down, Hurts. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 20-zip lead. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Eagles offense staying out there. They're going for 2. He's throwing for it. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete.
He knows he should have had that one, but in the end, it really doesn't matter. He still did his job and denies that offense 2 more points.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. They've got 1st down from the 31. Hurts back to the air after the pick. And after the pick 6, it's another interception. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, 73.
Now Hurts. And And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles can only get the return up towards the 10 before they're taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
1st down throwing for Hurts. He lets one fly deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
73.
A play fake now Hurts to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Eagles get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. He has it on the QB sneak. And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Now the Eagles will attempt another 2-point conversion. Hurts looking to throw. He's on the move. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Okay, Brock, dialing up another 2-point call. And you remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail and it would just ring and ring and ring? It's still ringing. Falls short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board?
This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
73. Alpha.
2nd down. Hurts throwing again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Pulled in at the 20. And a nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Eagles will take possession. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First and 10. Here's Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back to throw, Hurts. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Hurts to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
Hey, Silver.
Hurts throwing again. Throwing deep for the end zone. Oh, my. It's intercepted in the end zone. Darius Slay has it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Second and 6 now. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Avonte Maddox comes up with it. Escapes a defender. And the Eagles have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt. I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Great, set.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Great, set.
Barkley runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles push their lead further to start the half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30.
Great, set. Tiger Hornet. Delta.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Great, set. Delta.
Hurts trying again on second down. He's got Devontae Smith. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
73. Delta.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. He cuts it back right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Alpha. Delta.
On first down, Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles lower the deficit they face. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
After the penalty, still running their kicker out there, and they're going to take the single point. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Covey now to return this. And look at this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime that results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Option play, they give it to Barkley. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Eagles ball, and this one looks like it may already be out of reach. Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Working the sideline, that's Goddard. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They go to Barkley again. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Great, set.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Offense going for it here. 4th and 5.
Crowd left Yeti. Hey, easy. 63, bang.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Great, set.
On the handoff, it's Barkley. And he'll advance this down to the 22-yard line. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles coasting to the finish line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Great, set. Phil King.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Barkley's got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down.